Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. We decided to do this Valentine's Day look for you guys today.
It's like a bombshell Valentine's look. It's all smoked out and beautiful. It's very simple. Everyone can do it. And whether you're going on a date with your man, or you're going to a Galentine's with a bunch of your girlfriends, or if you're going really anywhere that you're just wanting to get snatched, this is the look.
So for this video, Taylor's gonna be doing my makeup and just have fun with it, and whatever works for your skin type or your look you're going for, add steps, subtract steps, whatever you wanna do. It's really easy and fun.
Make it your own. You can use it really any colors with this too. We went for more of a Valentine, so we used some reds and browns, but really you could go with any shades that you wanted. If you want browns, if you want blues, if you want greens, anything you want, this look can go with any of that. So we hope you enjoy it. Have fun trying it out and let us know what you think. I'm gonna start by priming Scotti's face with this primer from Makeup Forever.
My complexion's not too great right now, so
I'm just gonna hit it in the T-zone where she tends to get a little bit more oily. This just helps everything look very smooth, and it helps fill in pores and fine lines. Right, next we're gonna move on to foundation. I'm gonna use this All Nighter Foundation by Urban Decay. I'm gonna take it on this foundation brush by Morphe. Wow, this is really full coverage. It's like, I think I got way too much pores on my mouth. This part you can.
is this how you, do you usually apply it like this?
With a brush? Yes, this definitely applies much better with a brush than a beauty blender. I think a beauty blender works more for runny foundations, if you know what I mean, more like a L'Oreal True Match, or even the Makeup Forever HD foundation. But because this is so full coverage, it is a little bit thicker, and a brush definitely does the trick a little bit better. Okay, we're gonna rub it down her neck so we don't have any lines. Scotti does spray tan, so a lot of times her face is a little bit lighter before we put makeup on than the rest of her body. But that's okay, because the key is just to match the rest of your body, because of course you're covering up the skin on your face. So just make sure that's all nice and blended in.
Should have spray tan before today, but you know, it's all good.
It's all good in the hood. All right, make sure you get clear up to the hairline, along the ears, under the jawline. I do go over the eyelids. Some people don't like to, but I do think that it just helps you give a good slate when you start.
Some people prime their lids, and I think if you go over with foundation, it even acts like a primer.
I agree. Yep. All right, now I am going to go in with my damp beauty blender here. It does appear a little dirty, but it has been cleaned. But it is damp. Don't forget to wet it before. And I'm just going to kind of go in here right along our nose to make sure that that's seamless. We don't have any lines. Sorry if I'm grabbing your head.
You're all good.
All right. So that's what I'm going to do with the face for right now. We're going to go ahead and move on with the eyes. I'm going to start with this. It is a Rimmel London. It's called Scandal Eyes, and it is in the color Bad Girl Bronze. Okay, so starting out, I'm just going to draw kind of a thick line along her eyelashes, and then we're going to smudge it all out. So you can just put it on there. It doesn't have to be super neat. What?
You want to zoom in?
Oh yeah. Okay, we'll after this. Okay, we'll use this one. All right. This is just a Echo Tools brush. You can get them at Ulta, Walmart, Target, anywhere. And this is just more of a dense end here. I'm just going to start blending this out. And we're going to kind of blend it out here along the eyelash and then go up onto the lid. And because this is more of, it's like not a liquid, but what would you call this consistency?
I mean, it's thicker.
It's not a little bit thicker, so it's going to help all the rest of the eyeshadow build on top. We are going to go with a darker look today, so This is just gonna help all those dark colors really stand out, and it's gonna help it all just stick together. So now that we have that smudged out, we're gonna go on this, the lid with this eyeshadow right here. It's called Creme Brûlée, and it's from Makeup Geek. These eyeshadows are pretty cheap and they have really good pigment. I'm just gonna take a blender brush here. I'm gonna start putting this in Scotti's crease. And the key to really any eye look is just to make sure you're blending everything so it looks very seamless, and that's just what makes certain eyes stand out differently, that make them look professional, and it's really dramatic. Is the more you blend, the better it's gonna look. So we go right here into the crease. Right, now I'm gonna reach across to here and get on this side. Just wanna make sure we blend, blend, blend. Next, I'm gonna go into the crease again, but with a little bit darker shade, and this is called Garnet, and it's from the Lorac PRO Palette. Obviously, I really like it. This is just gonna give it that really pretty, oh, look how pretty that is. And this one we're gonna take all the way down on the lid. And don't worry if you have a little fallout, we'll clean that up later. So just worry about blending right now. We're gonna go, you know, all the way down to the eyelashes.
I love that palette so much.
Me too. Like all the colors, you can pretty much make any
time of year.
Next, I'm going in with this more of a burnt-ish orange brown color, also from Makeup Geek, and it is called Coco Bear. I'm taking a little bit more of a denser brush, and I'm just gonna put that directly into the crease just to really deepen that up a little bit. All right, I'm just gonna go back in and I'm just gonna really blend everything out because we're about done, honestly, with this color that's on the lid. All right, next I'm just gonna go in with any black eyeliner that you have, and I'm just gonna line right here above the lashes. You can make the line a little bit thicker than usual because we are gonna blend on top of that. You don't have to worry about going too far into the corner because, again, we're just gonna blend it out. Look at me, looking good. Just gonna bring this a little bit out further because she does have very pretty eyes. Oh girl, you're looking good. I'm gonna go in with this brush from one of the Naked palettes, and I'm just gonna go in with this, and it's a little bit more dense and it's very short because I'm gonna use it to smudge out this black eyeshadow right where we just put this eyeliner. And we are gonna be putting eyelashes on with this one, so it's okay if it's a little bit messy. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're just gonna go right along that line, and you're gonna flick a little bit up right at the outside edges. It'll give it that really blown out look. All right, I'm just gonna go back in with this original brush that we used, and I'm just gonna really blend all this out. Oh, Scotty, you're looking so good. Okay. So we haven't done her eyebrows yet, but I am gonna go ahead and highlight a little bit of her right under her eyebrows. And what color do I want to use? Okay, I'm gonna go in with the same Lorac palette, and I'm gonna use the color Nude. It's just a very light pink, which because we're using some reds and pinks, I think that will look really good together. So we're just gonna pop that right underneath here. Very beautiful. Okay, so I don't think that the black is as dark as I'd like it to be, so I'm just gonna go back in here, just take a little bit more on my brush. We're just gonna keep blending this into the eyelash line and then just kind of flicking it up, like I said, on the outside edges just to make that band look a little bit thicker. Now that we have this black band like we want it, if you could open your eye, I'm just gonna touch this right on this inside corner to connect that. Perfect. Really quickly. Perfect. Oh, whoa, girl. Okay, so before we go any further, I'm gonna go ahead and just do her her highlight and contour, and then we'll go back in and we'll do the lashes and the underneath the lower lash line. Okay, we're gonna move on to the highlight and contour, and I'm gonna use this Tarte Shape Tape, And I'm just gonna put this underneath the eyes. So you're gonna draw a bit of a triangle right here underneath your eyes. If you could look up for me, I'm just gonna get right underneath here. And you can even go down the side of your nose to make it appear a little bit thinner. Not that Scotti needs a thinner nose.
I mean, I wouldn't hate it.
All right, and then I'm gonna draw just a thin line right down the center of her nose. And you don't wanna highlight just underneath your eyes because your face isn't gonna look balanced. So bring a little bit up here on the forehead because we're gonna want the places that get natural sun, like the top of your forehead and right here on the tops of your cheeks. That's the part that we're gonna want to make look bronzed. I'm gonna put a little bit here on her chin, a little bit right here, make that look extra bright. All right. I'm gonna blend this out with a damp beauty blender. Again, do not forget to get this wet. I've seen some people try to use it when it was dry and it gets like a lot harder. Whenever you get it wet, it gets really smushy and it's just so easy to blend out. And it also helps pick up any extra product that you might have so you don't look cakey. So you're just gonna start dabbing. You don't wanna pull it all because, well, sister's already got some wrinkles. Not Scotti, Taylor. So you just wanna be delicate and dab. And when you're going with your under eye, make sure you move back and forth. Don't just go in one spot so that you can make sure you don't have any creasing. And we're gonna pull it clear out here to the hairline. And there are other concealers that you can use that aren't quite so bright as this. But with the dark eye that we're going with, you do want it just to look extra bright. Just blend out the rest of the face. I haven't had this Shape Tape concealer for very long, and I do find that it does dry fairly quickly on your face, so you may want to try just doing one side, immediately blending it out, and then doing the other side rather than I just did and let it sit on her face, because I did find that it did dry a little bit down here, and it's just not as easy to blend. Okay, so now that we have her highlight done, I'm going to go in, it can be any setting powder. We're going to use the MAC setting powder. And what color is this, Scotti? It is medium golden. I'm just gonna go in with any powder brush, and I'm just gonna go over the rest of her face, not the places we just highlighted, but we do wanna set the face to make sure that all of that foundation that we put on, it doesn't move around and settle into our lines. You don't need a lot, just a little bit in place to set. This is my favorite part and my favorite product in the world. It's the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. Oh. And I'm going to use this color right here. It is called Light. And I'm going to take it on this damp beauty blender. I'm just going to pick some up here. Look up. I'm just going to take it from the edge of the nose and I'll pull it out here. Oh, God, that looks so good. Highlighting and contour is probably my favorite part of makeup because it just really helps reshape your face into whatever shape you're wanting.
Slim, please.
Yes. So during the winter, like me, when you put on a few extra pounds, you just get that highlight and contour on fleek and no one will have to know. Oh God, you're popping. Boom. So I'm going to go with this same Shade and Light palette, and I'm going to mix a little bit of these two. This one has a little bit of a gray tint in it, which is going to help make it look more like a shadow. So I'm just going to pick a little bit up on each of those, tap it off. You can look that way for me. So we're going to go right up here by her hair, which Scotti already has very well-defined cheekbones. So we're just going to want to go right where her natural one is. So we're going to put that right here into her natural cheekbone. You can see that's pretty harsh, but what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your brush and you're gonna kind of wiggle up. It's gonna help just blend all of that. And you don't wanna go too far towards your nose. That's just gonna do more, it's more of a drag queen look. So if you just stick right out here on the edges, which that's where you're gonna get a lot of natural sun anyway. And I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of that gray and just hit it right back there by her ear. And again, just wiggle up. The same stuff I'm gonna take up by her hairline on this side. And all the way down, I'm going to kind of connect them. Okay, so Scotti, you can look, so you can see the difference between one side and the other side. And some people don't like quite as harsh of a contour, which is totally fine. This is a really good bronzer as well. It's called Hoola Bronzer. And just take a little bit more of a fluffy brush rather than this compact brush. And you're gonna do the same technique, but you're really just gonna blend that in. Don't put quite as much, but for this look, we're gonna want everything to just look very sharp and put together. Okay, so for someone like me, unlike Scotti has a really small forehead, so she really doesn't need too much bronzing on the forehead. If you do have a larger forehead, you can bring the bronzer down a little bit lower, just because that is going to shrink your well, it's going to give the appearance of a shrinked forehead. But Scotti's, we really just need right here on the hairline because she has a pretty perfect sized forehead. Okay, so now I'm going to also contour her nose with the same palette. I'm just going to take a small blending brush that we used for eyeshadow, and I'm just going to take a little bit of this gray. You don't need a lot for the nose, and you're just going to want to go right here along the edges. Go really lightly at first. You'd rather put less on and build up rather than put a ton on at one time. So you're going to go clear down to the tip of the nose. It's going to look really harsh at first, but we'll blend it all out. Okay, you can put just a little bit, on the side. Okay, and then put a little bit on the underneath part, just to make it look nice and sharp. Okay. Okay, so we went ahead and got this eye done. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to smoke out this bottom lash line on this side. Yes, we did add eyelashes. We don't always wear eyelashes, so this is definitely just an optional step if you wanna add eyelashes. That's why we didn't do it on camera here, because it's not necessary. But I'm gonna go ahead and smoke out the bottom lash line. You're gonna tell it makes a huge difference. So I'm gonna go in with this Coco Bear that we used earlier, and I'm just gonna take it on another blending brush. I'm just gonna add it here. And you're just gonna smoke out right along your eyelashes. This is something that I do every day with my makeup now, just because I tried it once and I loved how it made my eyes just look like I did so much without really doing much at all. Okay, so next I'm gonna take just a dark brown here. Instead of a black, if you'd like to use black, that's perfectly fine, but I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of this dark brown, and I'm gonna start mostly out here at the outside corner of her eye. I'm gonna blend that up to meet up with her black that we had smoked out on the top. We're gonna go ahead and just blend that in a little bit. Make sure it's connected. And that is it. Look how much of a difference that makes. Looks so great. So I'm gonna add a little bit of bottom mascara on this side, just to make it look complete. All right. And that is it for the eyes. So now that you have your eyes done, you can kind of see how dramatic it is. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back in with just a little bit of bronzer. Ooh. I'm just gonna darken it up just a tiny bit. Make sure you're blending up. Ooh. Okay. This is a blush palette by Tarte, and I would highly recommend it just because you'll see in here there are a lot of different shades that I use, some more during the summer months and then some during the winter. So for this look specifically, I'm going to use this middle one. It's a very neutral shade, and I think it would look great on any skin tone. And I don't want to be too much on the cheeks just because we are wanting this eye to be super dramatic. So I'm just going to add a little bit out here just to give her a little life in her cheeks. Okay, next is my favorite part, and it's gonna be the highlighter. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just spray this little brush here with it's makeup setting spray. You can use any setting spray. They have this at the drugstore. The one that Scotti talked about in our favorites video, it's really cheap, and you don't want too much on here, but it's just gonna make the highlight look a little more poppin'. So going in with this Lorac PRO Palette 3, I'm gonna use a mixture of these two eyeshadows. I do have actual highlighters, but lately I just feel like this is really poppin', and for this look, if you wanna look this way, we're just gonna hit right at the high points of our cheeks. Oh, turn a little this way. Yes. Okay, you're gonna go in like kind of a C motion here to the top of your eyebrow and bring it around here. Woo! Boom! I'm gonna touch just a tiny tip, a bit on the tip of her nose. Oh, snatched. And I'm gonna put a little bit right here on the bridge. Nice and sharp. Okay, before we do the lips, I'm also gonna touch a little bit up here on her Cupid's bow. I gotta get a little bit more. Very good, very good. The lips, we're gonna go more of a nudish mauve color. So we're gonna go in, this is from Walgreens, and it's the Jordana brand, and it's called Rock and Rose. We're just gonna line the lips with this. Because we did get a little bit of foundation on there. Okay, so as you can see, it's nothing major, just a little bit to get those lips back to life after we put some makeup on. I'm gonna go in with this Maybelline, and it's called Vivid Matte Liquid. And this is in the shade Nude Thrill. Have you rubbed your lips together? Rub together one more. All right, perfect. And I'm gonna top with just a little bit of gloss. And this is from the brand NYX. It's very cheap. It's also a drugstore. Not even sure what this is called. It does not have a name on it, I apologize. Oh, it's just called Natural. Even better, because that's what we're going for with the lip. I mean, none of the rest of this is natural, but this is. Oh my gosh, you're just ignore my setting. Okay, rub. Yeah. I'm just gonna spray this D-Slick setting spray all over Scotti's face. Just close your eyes a little bit. And what I like to do after I do that is I take my damp beauty blender and I just dab it all over to make the powders and the creams all to go together very nicely.
Poppin'.